Hey guys, TechRoam here, back in another video, and today we're going to unbox and review the brand new AirPods Pro 2nd generation and compare them with the 1st generation. So obviously these just came out and there's a lot of hype around them actually from the tech YouTube community that they're actually worth it and it's actually worth an upgrade from the 1st to the 2nd. Or if you're in another ecosystem such as the Sony or the Bose Quiet Comforts, that's worth upgrading or rather changing to this AirPods Pro 2nd generation. So we're just going to go through the key differences and really show you if it's worth whether or not you should upgrade one for yourself. And yeah, so just unbox it, do a quick review and show you guys what really changed. So this is my first one. As a regular AirPods Pro user, I've actually used these like literally on a daily basis every day, whether it's for work, for music, for calls. It's just really convenient because of Apple's ecosystem. When I connect my iPhone, it just immediately connects. So it's really convenient. And yeah, but the thing is, obviously these are lithium-ion batteries, and after 2 or 3 years of use, the battery starts to deteriorate. And now I think over time these don't last as long as they used to be. So now obviously from my point of view, I just want to upgrade because obviously now the sound quality is better. They've done a lot of new features, and I thought that it would be wise for me to do this upgrade. So we're gonna unbox the 2nd generation and show you guys really what's new and what's changed. So obviously with the new box, I just got this today actually. So I paid around £150. In Hong Kong dollars, around 1,500. So it's not too expensive. And I mean, let's enjoy this experience. So it's just 2 flaps here and it should open up like this. It should be the exact same unboxing procedure. AirPods Pro 2nd generation, it's probably just how you connect. And yeah, we can just put that to the side now. And here we have the brand new AirPods Pro. Kindly note the first one actually, I've got a little bit of scratches. I've actually dropped these quite a few times. So if you don't want to scratch them up, do make sure you put a case on. But I do like this this feel without anything. It's just really nice to kind of feel these the curvatures of the AirPods Pro case, because it's actually really like well designed. But anyways, the second one, the thing I don't really want, from this upgrade is that they didn't really do any design changes. And I actually really want a new like design. I thought that they would remove the stem or something, but clearly they obviously had a thought about it. Probably thought that it was a good design anyways. And wow, yeah, I'm excited. So let's open this up. And it should just pop out right there. So here you go. Let's see what else is in the box. So we've got your ear tips. Oh, and apparently this year they've increased another size. So you get 4 ear tips now. So is there 3 pairs here and 1 already pre-installed here. So you got extra small ones for people who have really small ears. And apparently that was a big bummer for people who had small ears and couldn't actually fit the AirPods Pros. Okay, and we also have another Lightning port. No Type-C yet, but I think it'll come soon. Obviously, I think yesterday they announced that that the European Commission Market Committee thing had to force everyone to use Type-Cs. So in the future, we might actually see all products in Type-C, which is obviously much more convenient. So first thing out of the box, we can see the 2 cases, they're exactly the same pretty much. There is a bit of a weight change, but they don't seem too much of a difference. I think they're 0.1 gram lighter for the actual AirPods. The cases, apparently dimensions are actually a little bit different. I do not know why, but basically I asked around about cases, the dimensions, and apparently this one is actually a little bit, I think it's thicker by a little bit, so the cases actually don't work for the 2 of them. And yeah, so first thing right out of the box, you can see that it is exactly the same from the back and from the front. The only change is from the bottom. We can see that there is a more pronounced hole here, and oh wow, I actually scuffed up this pretty bad, if you guys can see. Yeah, just some normal usage concerns. But here we have 3 more dots, which is your speakers. So it's actually really useful but they have included this thing called a Find My feature. So if you lose your phone or anything, you can actually find the AirPods Pro and this thing will sound. So it's actually like an AirTag built into this. And with the new H2 chip, basically it allows you to find it precisely. So if you log onto your phone on your Find My and you can't find your AirPods Pro, you can just press find it, and then it will direct you directly to where it is, positioning wise. So it's actually really convenient in that sense. On the side here, this is another new thing. It's just a lanyard, so you can put this thing in. But if you're gonna get a case anyways, I think back then they already had an extra built-in lanyard. But I mean, if you like it to use it without a case, it's obviously a Pro. And then obviously now the AirPods, we're gonna open it up for the first time, and yeah, I mean, it looks exactly the same. Oh, and now you just heard the sound, and actually my phone just prompted up with a new AirPods Pro signal. So we're just gonna connect to the brand new AirPods Pros, and wow, there's sounds as well now. So I mean, it's really the same thing. I'm just gonna skip that, and now it shows you the battery and all that. So we're just gonna quickly go through the design changes first. So I'm gonna take out the AirPods now, and this is the first generation. This is the second. You can see actually, this is actually something I didn't realize. This vent has actually become smaller, or rather they moved it forward. You can see this is the second, this is the first. Make sure I don't forget that. So it's become smaller, and the vent at the bottom here with acoustic vent has moved up to the top for the second generation, and as you can see it's moved up. So obviously this helps a lot in terms of the sound, and apparently now the noise cancelling has improved by over 2 times. That's what Apple claims, but from obviously reviews, it does not actually 2 times. You don't really know if it's really improved that much in terms of AirPods noise cancellation. So from my understanding, it's improved a little bit. But what's changed a lot is the transparency mode. Apparently, is much better now. So I think it refreshes at a 48,000 rates now per minute. So that's obviously a big bump. And now there's something called adaptive transparency mode, which means that you actually, if you're outside, you suddenly hear some really loud kind of sudden noises, it will drastically reduce that sound to make sure that your sound stage is like consistent with your sound profile. So I think that really helps in terms of, I mean, some people are saying that you can bring it to a concert and it will just reduce your like overall noise, which is quite cool. But we're not sure if that works yet. But yeah, so I think understanding, in terms of my understanding of the sound quality, it's definitely increased a lot. So there's like this new low distortion audio driver and a custom amplifier, which kind of leads to more of a richer bass and cleaner sound compared to the first. And definitely there is a big difference in terms of sound quality, and I think that is one of the reasons why you should upgrade. Just mainly because of the sound, because that's the whole point of this device, right? Is to provide sound. And with this richer quality, it's definitely worth it, because obviously the first generation, I didn't really like the sound, to be fair, because I was using the Master and Dynamic, I think it's called MW07s, but these. The sound isn't that good, but the reason I use them is because it's convenient that it connects to my iPhone immediately. And with this having much better sound, it's a no-brainer, right? And now this has the H2 chip, a new H2 chip inside, so it's much faster, it's got more transistors inside, and therefore connecting via your device might be better. It's also got Bluetooth 5.3, so it's really just keeping pace to rather its competitors, and the new kind of environment we live in now. And yeah, I think in terms of battery life, this has gone up to I think 6 hours of listening time with active noise cancellation, whereas this was I think 4.5. So definitely bumped up a bit in terms of battery life, which is quite useful. And obviously you got I think 24 hours of just the charging case itself. So you already have like 30 hours in total, whereas this you get like 24. So I mean extra hours is always quite useful. And another thing is that this new speaker, we've got new charging options as well. So this one was only, I think it was wireless charging. So from the first generation, you can see it's wireless charging case. So the second generation, or rather this is second, but they had another revamp where it's the same thing, but they allowed, I think it was MagSafe or something like that, and allowed you to charge it via MagSafe. And so this one obviously allows you to charge with MagSafe, which I don't actually use. But the new thing is that now you can charge with this thing. So this is an Apple Watch cable. So for those who have an Apple Watch, you can just plug it on. There's magnets, there's sound, and it charges. I mean, it's useful if you have an Apple Watch. If not, then it's not useful, obviously. But I really like this sound feature when it charges. It's just really useful when you charge and then you know that it's charging. So yeah, I mean, I have an Apple Watch, so I think it's personally I think it's useful. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about mainly with regards to these two earphones. I personally think it's a big difference. There's also this, obviously the Find My feature, but there's also spatial audio with head tracking, and there's all that proximity stuff you can do with your head. But that's obviously, I think it's on this as well, because I've been using that and I thought it was quite good, obviously. So I think those are really gimmicky, but the main thing is really that sound, your battery life. And yeah, I think personally I would definitely upgrade from the 1 to 2 because of this just basically sound and active noise cancellation, especially when you're on the plane.
But I do like these extra features such as the speaker and the lanyard. Not really lanyard actually, just the speaker and the Find My feature. Because it's just small things that really like brighten up your day, right? And yeah, and obviously comparing this with the new Bose Quiet Comforts, I understand that the Quiet Comforts have better noise cancellation, maybe just slightly, but the transparency mode of Apple AirPods is obviously a no-brainer. It's definitely the best in the market, in the industry, because it's really hard to beat this kind of transparency mode. You literally, it sounds like you're not wearing it at all, which is something I definitely would recommend. And also the Bose Quiet Comforts, the design is the charging case is bigger. This is just really small and compact. And that one is just not as good, and the design is just really plasticky, and it's much bigger than this compared to this kind of profile. But I think in terms of overall looks, I mean, I think Apple's just used to this design now. Personally, I would remove the stems. And actually, speaking of stems, it just reminded me that there's this new touch control now. So the biggest practical feature is that when you put it in your ears, instead of reaching to your phone when you're trying to change the volume, with these new ones, all you need to do is to swipe up for volume up, swipe down for volume down. And that's huge, because when you're not using your phone, you don't want to reach to your phone to change the volume. All you need to do is you can do it through this device. So I think practically much more useful, sound much better, active noise cancellation much better, battery much better. Like, you can't ask for anything more. So personally, definitely a recommendation. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I know there's not too much content lately, but actually I have a lot of content to show. I just don't have the time to edit. I actually have this right now. I want to do a video on this because it really helped me a lot in terms of productivity. And I got a new MX mechanical keyboard and a new router actually. So I actually do want to make a video on all those new tech lately. But yeah, I thought this was really topical, so I thought it would be a good kind of upgrade for you guys. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Take care.